brought to you this morning by A&D Fire and Water Protection. He's not on the live line. He's in studio. Everybody say hello to Jim Watkins. He's here to talk about CERT and the big old earthquakes we had once upon a time. Hi, Jim.
Good morning, Faune.
How are you?
All right.
It's good to have you here again.
Glad to be here.
You know, I was thinking about this last night, and I've always followed your advice on these things. I have my survival kit in the basement where if everything fell down, it would be down where everything would fall. And I also have my good sturdy shoes next to the bed just in case. Sometimes they're slippers, who knows. Yeah. But I got to thinking, people have this thought about a disaster happening when they're like wearing helmets and hiking boots and ready for it. That's not how it happens.
Rarely does that ever happen.
Yeah, so you need to be prepared no matter what, because it's most likely going to catch you off guard.
Definitely.
Okay, so that's basically what you do with CERT training.
Correct.
Okay, so are we recertifying now? Are these new classes? What's starting up?
We have a new class for the community starting February the 28th, and for the next 4 consecutive Tuesday mornings, 8 to 12. It's a 20-hour class held at the Cape Girardeau County Public Health Center.
Okay, so with all that going on, is this something that somebody who's never done it before should do, or should people who have done it already get updated, or both?
Or both. We encourage people to come. We do offer refreshers for those that have the original CERT class.
Yeah, because you might not want to sit through it all again.
Right. Well, but it is a new curriculum this time. FEMA came out with a new CERT curriculum, so we're using the new curriculum.
And by new curriculum, what do you mean? Different ways to approach disaster?
Well, they've updated the videos. I mean, how many different ways can you treat a broken arm? I mean, you know, it's basically some of the same things, but the material is a lot better.
Okay, so they've upgraded. Instead of updated, they've upgraded. Right. Okay. All right, so the CERT classes are coming up. Give me the date again.
February the 28th and the next 4 Tuesday mornings.
Okay, so they're Tuesday mornings.
Right.
All right, that's going to fall right after the shakeout.
Yes, we really want to get people registered and involved in the Great Central U.S. Shakeout. It's an 8-state drill at 10:15 Central Standard Time, February the 7th, 2012. And the reason February 7th was that was the last major earthquake of the series of earthquakes in 1811, 1812. Actually, it was the largest.
Okay, so, everybody knows about these earthquakes, but they were so long ago that they're kind of out of sight but not out of mind. We still talk about them, but I don't think we actually realize how devastating it was. Exactly,
because evidence is still available and seeable as far as sand blows, fissures. Some of those are still with us.
So at what time on the 7th, 10:15?
10:15 a.m.
Okay, and for those of you who are thinking, oh, I don't have time for all that, but you really actually do, because all you're doing is getting under something sturdy.
And hold on. That's drop and hold, drop, cover, and hold for about 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, an earthquake may only last 30 seconds.
Yes,
but
hopefully.
in that 30 seconds, a lot can happen.
Yes. Okay,
so just to kind of give everybody a review of what happened way back in time during the 1812 earthquakes, it was pretty much everything gone from Memphis to St. Louis.
Pretty well.
Yeah, and everybody knows Mississippi ran backwards because that's what everybody talks about, but backward water was the least of your worries, really.
Correct.
Wasn't it felt as far away as, like, Philadelphia and
Boston, New York? Yes.
Yeah. So would it be as bad if it happened now, do you know?
If we have the same magnitude, yes. As far as the land damage geographically, yes.
Buildings might be sturdier, but when you get up to the highest point you can on the Richter scale for an earthquake, there's not much that can withstand that.
Well, an illustration that I use from the state is a marble is a 1 point, a hot air balloon is a 8.7.
Okay.
So that gives you a range of the devastation that can happen. We don't feel 1s and 2s. Mm-hmm. 1 is a marble, 2 is a golf ball, but the 8.7 is a hot air balloon.
Yeah, we'll feel that. Oftentimes we don't even feel 3-pointers.
Correct.
So, you might think, your feet tickle or something for a couple seconds. It could have been an earthquake. You never know. Sometimes I'll have a dizzy spell, and I'm like, ooh, we just had an earthquake. Because when we did have it, I felt nauseous and I felt dizzy.
Yes.
But people need to be ready, and that's why we're putting the earthquake information and the little bit that we want to throw out there this morning, because we'll cover it more throughout time. But that's why the CERT classes are so important, because when it happens, the last thing on your mind is going to be, oh, I wish I had taken that training. You're going to need to act immediately.
Right. Going to get water is too late afterwards.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
You could probably survive without food for a little while, but if you don't have water, and there may not be water coming out of your sink.
That's very true.
And there may not be a pharmacy to go get your meds. There may not be a way out of your house. So all of these things are in the CERT training.
Correct.
Plus, it could happen at work.
Correct.
That's my biggest fear. I will be a complete basket case. If anything happens and I'm unable to get to Dylan or Dawson or Moochie in Dallas, I don't know what I will do. If I can't what if I can't raise them on cell phone? The towers could be down.
Very possibly and very likely.
So we should probably have a meeting place. If we cannot get there, then we know something's going on, but a meeting place is a good idea.
Right. And something with the cell phones is learn how to text, because text messages will go through when audio voice will not.
Oh, did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me text in emergency. Okay, everybody, I think, texts anyway, because mine goes off 24/7. I don't even know how to make people stop texting me. But what did you have there, Jim, that we need to get in that I did not ask you?
Well, just there is a Great Central U.S. Shakeout, and that's the same place to find the information and register. We had 3 million people last year register and participate. We want to break that record this year.
Okay. So how do you register?
Go to Great Central U.S. Shakeout.
Okay.
.org, and just follow the queue from there.
Okay, and why are people signing up? Is it just so that you get a number of how many are taking it seriously?
Yes, that's one of the reasons, and also there's a lot of information there, preparedness. It's just a good, informative site.
Okay, all right. So we worry about tornadoes.
Yes.
We worry about ice and being without power, but we really probably ought to worry a little more about earthquakes.
Well, disasters in general.
Yeah. You know what? I took the job here and moved here before anybody told me about this stinking New Madrid fault line. I was pretty upset. It was like, if you had told me, there would be no fun on the radio. All righty, James Watkins, as I like to call him, Jimmy. He has these classes coming up for you to get in on knowing what to do in the event of a disaster happening, because the time it takes for you to respond could be life or death.
Correct.
Okay, Jim, tell them how they sign up for the classes one more time.
CMO.edu/training/CERT, or call 573-986-6879.
And that's your number?
No, that is the university's. They do the registration for us. It is they're a member of the CERT Alliance. My office phone is 339-6799 if anyone needs any additional information.
All right, Jim Watkins. He is with CERT, the training, coming up again February 28th, and then each Tuesday afterwards. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. It's 7:29.
When all I do is pour black coffee.
You're listening to a station that recycled the fairness doctrine to scrap paper. I'm Mark Levin. Catch me every weeknight live at 6 p.m. on KZIM KSI.
Good morning, everyone. My Monday forecast for Cape Girardeau and Sankston. This is meteorologist Tim Root. Dry weather, sunny weather, a few scattered clouds near 50 today. West wind, though, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Lighter winds tonight, mostly clear, 25 to 32. 45 to 52, partly to mostly sunny Tuesday. Then clouds and rain showers near 50 Wednesday. And Thursday, a chance of showers in the 50s with a little bit of sun. Your regional weather authority, KZIM, KSIM.
Thank you very much, Tim. Right now, it's overcast, 45, windy out of the west, gusting to 28 miles per hour.
You don't have a right to work, but you have a right to an abortion, according